Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the foods that I'm currently eating for my diet. And as you see around me, I have the foods I eat for protein, fats, carbs, supplements, and fruits and vegetables over here, all laid out around me. Now I want to do this for you guys because a lot of people are confused, like they're like, hey, what should I eat for my diet during my training days and whatnot. So I just want to show you this just to help you out and give you an idea. This is what I eat every day. A lot of people think that's really boring, and it's cool. You can make different things if you would like to. It's up to you. Fitness is not one size fits all, but this is just what works for me. I like to do it this way just because it fits into my schedule. Honestly, like it's not feasible for me to be making different foods every single day just because I'm really busy, and making the same foods every day allows me to know that, hey, I'm getting in the right amount of nutrients that I need to build muscle, burn fat, and build strength. Alright guys, so the first food group we have right here is the proteins. Now, these are the proteins that I really enjoy eating. There's a reason why chicken breast is not up there. Chicken breast is a great protein for building muscle and burning fat, but I personally hate the taste to it. I like these ones, so we're gonna roll with these ones. First one I really like is it's pre-portioned. It's 8 ounces of ground beef. It's 80% lean beef, 20% fatty beef, and it is great for protein. There's about 44 grams of protein in this 8 ounces, but there's also 22 grams of fat, so it's very high in fat. But like I said, my diet's a higher fat, lower carb diet, so it's okay. It kind of cancels itself out. The next one I got here is turkey burgers. I love these for breakfast. I make about 2 of them, and that will give me about 62 grams of protein and again 22 grams of fat. So it's very high in protein, and it's just much more enjoyable to me than just plain chicken breast. And then the last one I have up here is Chobani Greek yogurt. This is a very good snack to eat like after school or after a workout. It's perfect. It's got 22 grams of protein a serving, literally no fat in it, and there's only 6 grams of sugar, but that's natural sugar, so it's like you're good. You don't gotta worry about that. Alright guys, so over here we have the fat section. Alright, now I don't eat a whole lot of extra fats in my diet just because the protein that I have has a lot of fat in it. So the fats that I do enjoy is peanut butter. I love peanut butter on toast, and just sometimes I would just eat spoonfuls of it just because it's probably the best fat source I have up here. It's got like 16 grams of fat, but it's also pretty high in protein too. It's got 8 grams of protein in it. So it's like, for as far as fats go, it's got the perfect protein to fat ratio in it for just for overall all around wellness, in my humble opinion. Now, just a quick disclaimer about fats. It's a myth that fatty foods make you fat, or fats as a macronutrients make you fat. They don't. An excess of anything, just like an excess of protein will make you fat, and an excess of carbs will make you fat. If you eat fats in moderation, they will not make you fat. The next one is Parmesan cheese, and there's 9 grams of protein in here, 7 grams of fat. So relatively lower on the fats, higher in the proteins. But I just put this with the fats because it is, almost 50% of it is fat. And I like to put this on my pasta because the pasta that I eat in my diet is not like real pasta. It's like a plant-based pasta, so it's rather bland. So I think that just makes it more enjoyable. All right, so the next thing for fats that we got is walnuts. I love putting these in my oatmeal. They're pretty high in fat though, so I won't eat them every day. It really just depends on like how much fat I've had so far that day. You really have to learn how to manipulate variables and stuff like that. Usually I'll check in my log. I write everything down. I might do a video on that in the near future, is keeping a food and workout log. But you'll just have to learn how to manipulate the variables to make sure you get the correct amount of macros in. So then the last thing I have up here for fats is avocado oil, and this is just for cooking with. If I'm making something that might stick to a pan, I'll throw some avocado oil in it. So I think this is a great fat source that's healthier for cooking. All right, guys. So then, for the carbs that I usually add in my diet, this is a staple in my diet. It's called Banza chickpea pasta. It's very good for carbs and protein. Actually, there's 25 grams of protein in the serving size that I eat, which is 3.5 ounces. But there are 56 grams of carbs. Very bland though. That's why I have the cheese in it with it. I think it just makes it taste better. So. That's a huge staple in my diet. Another huge staple in my diet that I eat every day is this oatmeal. And in a half cup of this, which is usually what I eat with my breakfast, you got about 27 grams of carbs. Now, carbs that I eat less often are lentils. I don't eat these too much, maybe twice a week. Same with quinoa. Now, these are two very good carb sources, very healthy. They're called complex carbohydrates, great for post-workouts. But I just don't have a lot of time on my hands, so usually I'll make these in advance, and I'll eat them about twice a week, maybe. And then my last one is I'll eat these, whenever I have them, and it's just sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are very good for you as well. Very high in carbs, but they're still very good. They got a good blend of complex carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates in them, so I like to eat those every now and again, not too often. Okay, so then for fruits and vegetables, guys, I'll do the fruits first. I like these frozen peaches, and I like these frozen raspberries. Now, there's a reason for me liking the frozen fruits, and it's this. Frozen fruits are frozen as soon as they get picked, and it kind of freezes in the nutrients. There's scientific studies done that show frozen fruits have higher nutrients values in them than fresh ones. Occasionally I have fresh ones, like bananas for instance. I'll eat a lot with my breakfast. Great. Bananas actually have a lot of carbs in them too, so they're a great post-workout food as well. But bananas are about the only fresh fruit I eat. I like to eat apples too sometimes, but not as often as the frozen raspberries, peaches, and sometimes I'll have blueberries. Now vegetables, as far as they go, I don't eat a ton of variety in vegetables. I really only eat cucumbers and cauliflower. And then one of the things that I do not have up here that I eat a lot of is I eat a ton of peppers as well. I just don't happen to have any at this moment, but those are what I eat as far as fruits and vegetables go. And I like to have 2 servings of vegetables a day with my lunch and my dinner, and I eat fruits 3 times a day with all of my meals. I like to eat them with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And fruits and vegetables are very high in what are called micronutrients, and that's like the fiber and the vitamins and stuff that you don't get a lot of in your proteins, fats, and carbs. Alright guys, so last but not least, we have the supplements up here. Now supplements are not necessary to building a strong, good looking physique, but if you have the money, I would say go ahead and get them because they do help. Now, I'm going to do these in order from most important to my diet to the least important. I only take 3 because I don't feel like spending a whole ton of money on stuff like BCAAs and pre-workouts when I could just drink black coffee. Now the most important one in my opinion is this whey protein. It's important because it's a lot cheaper to buy this protein powder than be eating 6 different meals of meat every day, because meat's pretty expensive. I can buy a tub of this for like $50 that'll last me the whole entire month. And it's just much more financially responsible than going out and buying a ton of meat. I have banana flavor. I still think the banana tastes kind of nasty, but it's the best tasting protein out there. If you have the money, I'd say just buy the meat though, because protein powder kind of tastes disgusting in my humble opinion. Now the next one is fish oil. I think fish oil is absolutely essential. It goes hand in hand with your testosterone levels. It helps optimize your testosterone levels because of the omega-3 fatty acids in them. So fish oil is great. It's actually kind of cheap too. I think I got this for like $20 and it lasts me the entire month. Now the last one is creatine monohydrate. Now this is not necessary at all. I take it because if you're more serious about your fitness goals, I take it. It just optimizes your ATP levels, which is a fancy way of saying it allows your muscles to load energy better. Now, a lot of people on creatine claim that it makes them feel bloated, and that's because it makes your muscles retain water. Now, I've never really felt that when I've been on it, but if you feel it, feel free to get off of it. But I just like it because it makes, one of the things it helps you with as well is it helps you think more clearly. So as far as creatine goes, it's only done good for me. I got off of it for a while and I didn't like the way I felt, so I got back on it. Now, it's up to you as far as supplements goes. Like I said, they're not essential, but I like them because they help. They do just that. They supplement your diet. Hopefully that was helpful, me going over all the food that I eat. Hopefully I gave you some ideas. Now, obviously I don't eat that, like all of that every day. I just eat, I pick and choose, like the turkey burgers, the beef. So hopefully I gave you some ideas as far as what you can replicate in your diet. And I just wanted to say one thing I'm really excited about is I have a workout plan and a diet plan that I'm currently working on that I'm going to be selling in a month or so. I'm planning to have it out there at March 1st at the earliest. It might be pushed back, but hopefully I can get it out by then. So I'll have future details and future videos and on my Instagram page, which is Jack Ward Muscle and Health. So I encourage you to go follow that, and you can see more details about that plan coming out in the future. If you found this video helpful, I really appreciate it if you give me a like, and please subscribe. It would help me out a lot. Thanks. Until next time.